everyone, it's Melissa and welcome back to my channel. Are you ready to make an adorable bracelet using the Softlex Company Design Kit, Just Peachy, and this was their summer kit for the Great Bead Extravaganza. Two tiara cast items as well as this beautiful butterfly. It's a 16mm laser etched bead. It's two-sided. I'm using a couple of the little flowers and this bead mix, and it came with some flowers and butterflies. I won on one of the Softlex Company lives that they had with Kristen. So thank you so much, Softlex Company, for this generous gift. So we're going to be making these little components, and this is part of our bracelet. And I am using Softlex wire. This is a great summer design, but you can also just customize your colors to make it work for any season or perfect for a gift. And it's really easy to make, and it's a little bit kind of inspired by Sundance as well. I watched the Softlex event they had a couple days ago, and I was kind of inspired by that to make this creation. And before we start creating, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It helps my little channel grow. I will leave a link down below for all the tutorials using this design kit for Just Peachy, as well as all other bracelet inspiration. Let's start creating. To start, we're going to need about 10 to 12 inches of your Softlex wire. And I found that this was kind of the easiest and neatest way to start and end your bracelet, and it lets your Softlex wire show in your design. So we're just going to pick up one 2x2 and let it just kind of slide to the middle of our Softlex. And then we're just going to pass back the other side of Softlex, and it's going to create a little loop. And if you've seen any of my other tutorials recently, this has kind of been the trend that I've been doing. I started doing this style to end my earrings, and then I felt that it'd be really nice to incorporate it into bracelets and necklaces. So we have our little loop, and we want to make sure that it's going to match the first one. And this is what is going to be our connection point. So we're just going to take our pliers and go ahead and give it a smash. And normally I will round the 2x2 and it'll give it a more professional finish. But for this project, you can just go ahead and give it a smash and make sure it is nice and secure. And then we're going to start sliding on our beads. So the blue, and then this AB kind of gray color, and peach. And peach fuzz is the 2024 Pantone color of the year. So we have our first 3 beads on. Now we're going to slide on our little tiara cast connector. And then we're just going to straighten up our little pattern. Why we didn't have to round our 2x2, it just kind of nestles in between those beads. And we're just going to repeat our pattern. Blue, and you could do this with like 7mm fire polish or check glass if you don't have the Just Peachy kit. So we're just going to add on the rest of our beads and components. So we're going to take our 2x2, slide it on one side, take our other side of Softlex wire, and we're going to pass back through our 2x2 and give it a pull. And this is just going to create a little crisscross or an X. And we're just going to take one side of our Softlex wire and pass it back through our 2x2. And sometimes this can be a little bit of a tricky part, but you just work with it and it'll turn out. We want to make sure that our loops are fairly the same size. And once the loops are the same size, we're just going to take our pliers and give it a smash. And then we're just going to trim off our extra Softlex wire. Make sure that you don't trim your loop. We're going to use our head pins, and we're just going to slide on our little dangles. This bead mix was so fun, so pretty, with all the little butterflies and flowers. Now we're just going to go ahead and make our loops. I'll be using my one-step looper so I get the perfect loop. If you want, you can also use your round nose pliers to make your loops. Just going to slide it in our tool and just give it a gentle squeeze, and it'll give us a loop. We want to take our round nose pliers and make sure our loops are secure and closed. We don't want to lose any of our little charms or dangles. And we're just going to set our 2 flowers off to the side, and we're going to bring in our little tiara cast component and some 6mm jump rings. And if you really wanted to customize your project, you could make your own jump rings or head pins out of soft flex craft wire. They have a lot of pretty colors. So we're just going to open up our jump ring, and we're just doing a gentle twist. We're going to connect this to our component. And then we're going to attach our little butterfly and give it a close. You should hear that click. We're going to bring in our little flowers because we're going to connect those next. So I originally thought I was just going to have them all kind of dangle off of the same little component, which is extremely adorable. But then I just thought they'd kind of layer up too much when I was wearing the bracelet. So I'm going to change up my design a little bit, just give you another design option where you can space out your charms, but still have a charm effect on your bracelet. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of a basic chainmail. I'm just attaching 2 jump rings. I think I'll just give it a more textured look because this ring is textured from tiara cast. So we are just going to slide on 2 jump rings onto our little component. We want our 2 jump rings that we just added to be off to the side. We're going to attach 2 more. So we just attach 1 to the 2. And that's a really cute little pendant as is, or you can even do it as an earring. I like when you have a project in mind and you start creating, it kind of turns into a different project, or you get inspiration to make another creation. Isn't jewelry making the best? So we have 2 little links of 2, and we're just going to add 1 more. We need an odd amount because that middle one is going to hold one of our little flower dangles. So we're going to pick up our 3rd jump ring, and this time we're going to attach it to our little beaded component we made and give it a close. So this is our little bracelet. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Pick up our 6mm jump ring and our little component and give it a close. And also by doing the double jump rings, it just kind of gives it more security to your piece, as well as the design and texture. So we'll figure out which flower we want to attach. We're going to open up our jump ring, attach it to the middle 2 jump rings on our little chain that we just made, connect our flower, and give it a close. And that way you can have all your little dangles without having them all clustered together. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side, and then we will attach our clasp. So we have our beautiful bracelet all connected, and then our little dangles. We're just going to attach our clasp, and I'm using this beautiful butterfly toggle, also by Tiara Cast. So to finish the bracelet, we're just going to use 2 more jump rings attach it to the end loop, and then a single jump ring, because 2 jump rings won't fit on the loop of the clasp. So we'll just slide on our clasp, and you can use any one that you would like. You can use a lobster claw. I just felt that it fit in really nice with the project, and then the metals matched because they were from Tierra Cast. Then we're just going to open up another jump ring and attach it to the other side and give it a close. And comment down below what you think of this technique, if you like finishing it with this little loop versus using more 2x2s and jump rings. And then we're just going to attach our last little jump ring and the rest of our clasp. Give it a close and we'll hear that last little click. We have our beautiful Just Peachy butterfly and flower bracelet using the Softlex Company Design Kit and Bead Mix, Just Peachy Pearl and Crystal Mix. And then we just use some Tierra Cast components and some gold jump rings and head pins. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It helps my little channel grow. And also check out down below in the description for all other playlists, tutorials, and items used in this video. Have an awesome day.